Welcome to the series of video recording for the question number 3. It is expected that the house price should be dependent on the location of the house, particularly in the suburb. Therefore, you want to estimate the regression using suburb variable and the house price. So basically, they wanted to estimate how its effect on different suburbs. So there are steps which was given you need to follow to achieve this task. The first step, copy and paste the suburb and the house price variable into the new sheet. Then you need to create the dichotomous variable for different suburbs. Then using this variable, you are going to estimate the regression. And then you are going to interpret the meaning of the coefficient. And then you are going to compare the average or the means of the suburb as well as the coefficient with the intercept term, right? So this is the task or the steps that you are going to follow. So the first step, that I'm going to copy the price variable into a new sheet. And then I'm going to copy the suburb variable into this new sheet. And then I'm going to create the 3 suburbs with dichotomous variable. So I'm going to use the if function because this is coded as a text. So I want to convert as a numerical value. So I'm going to use the if function. So for this one, if this one equal to Alexander height, and then I need the value 1, otherwise I need the value 0. So I'm going to drag this function, and then I'm going to create the if function for and also I'm going to create if function for Alchemist. Now I'm going to estimate the regression. So for the regression, I'm going to use the data analysis toolpath. So the data analysis toolpath and the regression. The dependent variable is price, and the independent variable, which is x, that is Alexander height and the 3 suburbs. So I tick on these labels because I included the column heading. Then I need the output range. So maybe somewhere here. And then okay. So this is my output. This is the estimated output. So you know the statistics of this multiple R and the R squared, how we can interpret this one. In this question, we need to interpret the coefficient of the variable. Here we use 3 variables. Those are the different suburbs, right? So the respective coefficients are estimated here. We are going to interpret these coefficients. If we look at the p-value, these p-values are significant because these are less than the alpha, which is 0.05. So all these coefficients are significant. So how are we going to interpret the coefficient? For example, for the Alexander High, the coefficient is giving the information of how much lower the average price in Alexander High is compared to other suburbs. If the house is located in Alexander High, how much the average price is lower compared to other suburbs. So the amount lower is this amount. Similarly, for Alfred Cove, if the house is located in Alfred Cove, the average price would be lower by this amount compared to other suburbs. If the house is located in Alkimos, the average house price would be lower by this amount compared to other house price. So that is the interpretation of the coefficient. The next question, separate the house price by suburb and estimate the descriptive statistic. What do you notice when you add the intercept with the coefficient of each suburb? So we need to add the intercept and the coefficient. So for this is the suburbs, and then I'm going to add the intercept plus coefficient, and then I'm going to add the intercept plus coefficient of Alfred Cove, and then I'm going to add intercept plus Alkimos coefficient, right? Now this is intercept plus coefficient, right? Now I'm going to estimate the descriptive statistic, right? Because that is the requirement of the question. So data, again go to the data, data analysis, and I'm going to copy this prices for each suburb. I'm going to paste it here, and then I'm going to I filter the data based on each suburb, right? And then I'm going to data analysis, and then I'm going to do the descriptive statistics. Okay, and then input range, I am selecting all the suburbs included the first row, data, and then I'm going to get the output here. Summary statistics, okay, right? So this is the statistic. So now we are going to get the mean of these three suburbs, right? And then I'm going to paste it here. Paste special and transpose. Okay, so if you look at the Alexander height, the mean is closer to this one, right? And the Alfred Cove as well as the Alkimos. So which shows that if we add the interceptor, so the final question is separate the house price by suburb and estimate the descriptive statistic. What do you notice when you add the intercept with the coefficient of each suburb? If we add the intercept with the coefficient, we will get the mean of the house price. So that is the interpretation. So we are having intercept with the regression, and then if we add the intercept with the coefficient, we will get the mean of that particular suburb. So that's all about the question number 3.